let's talk brisket. Brisket to me, smoked on the grill, is one of my favorite cuts of meat that's done, but it can be tricky, it can be intimidating. But today I'm going to talk about training briskets, which actually uses a chuck roast instead of the actual brisket itself. What better backyard barbecue than a good smoked brisket? But when I went to the grocery store, they had other plans. They didn't have brisket, but they did have chuck roast. So what we can do is the chuck roast can actually be used as a training brisket or a substitute or a stand-in brisket, and it actually yields really good results. So what you're going to need is about a 3-pound chuck roast. So when we set this into the smoker, we're going to cook it at about 225, 220 for about 6 to 8 hours, depending on the outside temperature, your environment around you. It may be a little windy, it may be cold, whatever, but let's always keep that meat probe going and keep an eye on it. But the idea is to cook it low and slow. We want to try to take this thing off whenever the chuck roast gets to about 180 degrees internal temperature, and then we'll take it out and then we will wrap it in tin foil. For this one, I'm going to set it inside a cooler with a towel over the top for about an hour as well, to kind of let that meat rest and to kind of let the juices kind of come back out. And that way it's a little more juicier than just letting it sit out and kind of dry a little bit more. So that's how we're going to do it. So let's go ahead and get into it and let's have fun. For our ingredients today, since this is a trainer brisket, the idea of training is back to basics. So we're not going to be doing any pre-made rubs off the shelf or anything like that. It's just going to be salt and pepper. And of course our chuck roast, our training meat. So with this roast coming in at right at 3 pounds, we're going to use a teaspoon and a half of coarse ground salt. And we're going to go ahead and rub it into the meat and let it sit for about an hour to do what we call a dry brining. Let's get the grill heated up to 220 degrees Fahrenheit and leave it there for about 15 minutes to let the whole grill heat to that temperature. Now let's put the trainer brisket, the chuck roast, let's put it in the center of the grill and have our meat probe in there. If you don't have a probe built into your grill, you can just use an instant read and we'll take temperatures at the 4-hour mark. Now we're at the 4-hour mark, so let's open up the grill, take a look at what's going on. Everything looks really well. It's starting to get a good nice bark on the outside of it. It's starting to really show the smoke that's getting in there. So far so good. Let's keep going. All right, so now we're at about our 8-hour mark, just shy. So we're at 7 hours, 45 minutes, and our brisket is right at, it just ticked over into the 180 degree mark. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and shut the grill down. We're going to take the chuck roast and we're going to transfer it from the grill into some tin foil, wrap it up, and then place it inside a small cooler. Throw a towel over the top of it to help keep that heat in. And we're going to let it rest for about an hour in that cooler. And then we'll take it out, slice it up, and enjoy dinner. So there you have it. Super simple trainer brisket using a chuck roast and 2 ingredients, salt and pepper. Comes out great every single time. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. You can check in the video descriptions and I'll put in the ingredients and the process, which is just a few steps. That way you've got it. You can use it for later on and enjoy. Thanks again. Enjoy, cook, bake, and grill.